behind your phone, your laptop, your favorite apps. There are truths so disturbing. Most people never hear them. Every swipe feels harmless. Every click feels small. But hidden inside these actions lies a system more powerful than kings and presidents. What feels like freedom is carefully engineered addiction. And here's the chilling part. Their reach goes deeper than governments, deeper than laws, and maybe even deeper than your own free will. Stay with this story until the end, because by the time it's over, you'll discover shocking secrets about big tech giants that will forever change how you see every click, every swipe, and every purchase. Pivotal 1. The hidden origin stories. The stories sound innocent. A young Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak in a garage. Bill Gates and Paul Allen writing code in a dorm room. Two students at Stanford, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, building a simple search engine. These tales are repeated like myths. The genius, the garage, the dream. But the truth is far more complicated. Apple's rise wasn't just about creativity. It was fueled by early government contracts, connections with the Pentagon, and military-grade technology that slipped quietly into the consumer world. Google's story didn't start with luck. Its research was boosted by the National Science Foundation and DARPA funding, the same agencies that helped create the internet itself. What began as a student project was in fact tied from the start to America's defense network. And Microsoft, long before it ruled offices worldwide, it secured powerful contracts that placed its software inside government systems, making it nearly impossible for rivals to compete. The garage was real, the dorms were real, but behind those walls stood something bigger, a quiet hand of power and funding that ensured these companies would not just survive, but dominate. They weren't just building gadgets or lines of code. They were being positioned as the backbone of a new digital empire. And what they did next would give them unstoppable power. Pivotal 2. Apple's secret psychological triggers. Apple never sold just phones. It sold behavior. Every color on your screen, every vibration in your hand, every tiny red notification bubble isn't an accident. It's engineered. Apple's designers studied dopamine triggers the way casinos studied slot machines. Bright colors? They keep your eyes glued. The subtle buzz of a vibration? It forces your hand to check, even when you don't need to. That little red badge on your app? It's the same psychological trick as an alarm bell, impossible to ignore. The iPhone didn't just change technology, it rewired brains. Apple's success wasn't built only on sleek hardware. It was built on addiction science. The power to make you crave the next scroll, the next like, the next update. And here's the chilling part. You don't even notice it happening. Your body responds before your mind decides. That's not freedom. That's conditioning. This is why millions can't sleep without checking their phones. Why parents struggle to pull devices away from children. And why Apple doesn't just dominate the market, it dominates attention. And if you want more untold truths like this, make sure you subscribe right now. Because what comes next will change the way you see every tech giant on Earth. Because if Apple masters your attention, another company masters something even darker. Pivotal 3. Google's map of your life. Google isn't just a search engine, it's a map of your life. Every search, every step, every late-night question ends up in its invisible vault. Google Maps tracks where you go, how long you stay, and even predicts your next move. Gmail scans your receipts, bookings, and private notes, knowing your habits before you share them. This isn't convenience, it's prediction. Google builds a digital double of you, so accurate that advertisers pay billions, buying not ads, but certainty. Yet even with this power, Google still fears one rival. Pivotal 4. Amazon's invisible empire. Most people think Amazon is just shopping, boxes on your doorstep, one-click orders, prime delivery in a day, but that's only the surface. Behind the website lies Amazon Web Services, AWS, a hidden empire that runs the internet's backbone. Netflix? It streams through AWS, Airbnb, Spotify, government databases, many of them live inside Amazon servers. In truth, Amazon doesn't just sell products, it sells power. Because when you control the cloud, you control the flow of the world's data. AWS holds secret contracts with banks, hospitals, and even the US government. Its servers support military operations, intelligence networks, and classified projects the public never sees. And here's the dangerous truth. If AWS went down, so would massive parts of the global economy. Flights could stop, hospitals could fail, even governments could be paralyzed. Amazon began as a bookstore, but today it is the landlord of the digital age, renting out the invisible infrastructure that the world depends on. And while most people picture Jeff Bezos with packages and warehouses, his real empire is built in server farms, where the walls hum with electricity and the future of nations is stored in silence. Amazon built the cloud, but another company is building something even more powerful. Not the cloud, but your very reality. Pivotal 5, Meta's hidden experiments. Meta, once called Facebook, was built on friendship and connection, but behind the smiling faces and endless scroll were experiments no one agreed to. In 2014, researchers at Facebook secretly tested nearly 700,000 users. They altered news feeds to study emotions. Some people were shown only happy posts. Others were flooded with sad ones. The goal? To see if feelings could be manipulated without users ever knowing. The result? It worked. People's moods shifted, their words changed, their behavior followed, and that was just one test we know about. The darker truth came during global elections. Data harvested from Facebook was sold, shared, and weaponized. Not to connect people, but to divide them, to steer opinions, to shape votes, to tilt the future of entire countries. Every like, every share, every pause of your thumb became ammunition in the hands of unseen players. Meta promised connection, but what it delivered was control. The platform became a machine that could influence not just what people liked, but what they believed. And here's the chilling part. If a company can secretly shift your mood and even your politics, what else can it bend without you noticing? Meta isn't just a social network, it's a laboratory. And the experiment is you. But the most dangerous big tech giant isn't the one you expect. Pivotal 6, Microsoft's quiet global control. Bill Gates is remembered as the quiet genius who built Windows. But the real story of Microsoft isn't about one man's vision. It's about silent domination. Look inside any government office, any military command center, any corporate headquarters. You'll see one common thread: Microsoft software, Word, Excel, Outlook, Windows. These aren't just programs. They are the hidden language of modern power. Entire governments store their secrets on Microsoft servers. Military strategies, classified reports, economic plans, all run through Microsoft's infrastructure. Even in the age of cloud computing, Microsoft's grip is tighter than ever. Its Azure network fuels intelligence agencies, defense departments, and the financial systems of nations. Here's the truth no one says out loud. A government can survive without Facebook. It can even survive without Apple. But without Microsoft, entire countries would grind to a halt. This isn't flashy like iPhones. It isn't loud like social media. It's quiet, and that's what makes it terrifying. Microsoft doesn't need your attention. It doesn't need to trend. It already owns the most important thing: dependence. And dependence is the purest form of control. From the smallest town council to the Pentagon itself, they all run on the same operating system. Microsoft isn't just a company, it's the silent infrastructure of civilization. Yet beyond these giants lies something even more unsettling. Pivotal 7, Big Tech and your children. Big Tech doesn't just chase your attention, it chases your children's minds. Algorithms are designed to hook the youngest users early. Bright colors, endless scroll, cartoon voices, rewards that flash like candy. Each detail is crafted to keep kids locked in. But what parents don't see is darker. Hidden inside those loops are videos, ads, and content not meant for young eyes. From violent imagery to harmful challenges, the algorithm doesn't care. It only cares about one thing: engagement. Children spend hours trapped, their brains soaking in patterns that shape their behavior for years. Attention spans shrink, anxiety rises, and dependence grows. Behind the scenes, lawsuits pile up. Families have accused tech giants of knowingly exposing children to addictive design. Courts are now hearing stories of teenagers whose lives were changed, not by choice, but by a feed engineered to never let go. For Big Tech, the youngest users are not just kids, they're investments. Hook them now, and you own their attention for life. This isn't parenting anymore, it's programming. And when your child's first teacher, entertainer, and babysitter is an algorithm, the question becomes chillingly clear. Who really raises the next generation? If they control your kids, then what's left for the future? Pivotal 8. The secret alliance of big tech. On the surface, big tech looks like a battlefield. Apple versus Google, Amazon versus Microsoft, Meta versus everyone. They fight in ads, in courtrooms, in headlines. But behind closed doors, something else happens. These companies don't just compete, they cooperate. They share data through hidden agreements. They lobby governments with combined force, pushing laws that protect them while crushing smaller rivals. They attend the same elite conferences, the same closed-door meetings, where strategies are aligned long before the public hears a word. Even censorship isn't separate. When one platform bans a voice, others often follow within hours. A silent network moves in unison, not by chance, but by design. And when it comes to global influence, big tech speaks louder than nations. Trade policies, privacy laws, even international relations bend to their collective will. They don't need to merge into one company. Together, they already act like one. The illusion is rivalry. The reality is alliance. Because they know one thing: a fractured front weakens them, but a united one, it makes them untouchable. So while the world argues over Apple versus Android, the real game is being played far above us by giants who quietly hold hands while pretending to fight. And this secret alliance sets the stage for something even bigger, a climax that will reveal the truth about who really rules the world. Here is the truth most people never dare to say. Big tech isn't about gadgets. It isn't about apps. It's the new world government without borders. No elections, no presidents, no constitutions, only algorithms. You didn't choose technology, technology chose you. If you want more stories that reveal the secrets behind the world's biggest powers, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss what they don't want you to see. Now I want to hear from you. Which fact shocked you the most? And do you still trust big tech with your life?